Section 1.5, number 74. Here we're given a graph of a function, and we are given 6 potential functions that this could be a graph of. And more than one of these might be correct. All right, so let's look at the properties that our function has. Okay, it looks like, first off, it only exists on 1/2 of the plane. So that to me indicates that it's probably a square root. Our curve looks like it's a square root that's been flipped over the x-axis. So it's been flipped over in the y direction, which means that it has to have a negative in front of the square root, right? It's been flipped from top to bottom. It has not been flipped left to right. It doesn't have any existence over here. So it's got to have a positive x, okay? So with just these 2 properties, I can get rid of anything that doesn't have a negative in front of the square root, right? So none of these can be true. It does not have a negative under the square root, so this thing has a negative under the square root, which would flip it across the y-axis. So that can't possibly be true. And the last thing is that it's been shifted down. So it has to be shifted down by some value, right? We're not going all the way to the origin. We're shifted down by some amount. So we have to be subtracting. So this has to be my form. Okay? Now there might be some scaling involved here, but there doesn't have to be. Okay? The only 2 that remain are this one and this one. Okay? And since we have a negative square root of x and a -4, the order of these doesn't matter. So both a and b are possibilities. The rest of them have been eliminated by the fact that those graphs have properties that the function we are given does not have. Okay, so the only answers are A and B are the only possibilities.